This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We begin with a signature issue here at TV 17, pedestrian safety. This afternoon, 2 pedestrians are dead in 2 separate crashes, the latest happening this morning in northwest Bakersfield. Now, according to Bakersfield police, it happened just after 7 a.m. A woman was walking on Reyna Road, just west of Old Farm Road and south of Olive Drive. Police say a 17-year-old girl hit and killed the pedestrian. BPD says 2 other people were knocked down, but were uninjured. The 17-year-old remained at the scene and is cooperating with police. BPD says drugs and alcohol are not factors in the crash. By our count, this is the 35th pedestrian fatality this year in Kern County. Meantime, another woman was hit and killed by a car in southwest Bakersfield overnight. Police say it happened just after 10:30 in the intersection of Stein Road and Ming Avenue. The woman was taken to the hospital after the crash, but later died. Police say the driver sped off in a 2020 orange or red Toyota CHR SUV going east on Ming Avenue. If you have any information, call police. Now, in your 17 Crime Watch, a man is injured in a shooting this morning. According to Bakersfield police, it happened at 31st and Q Streets. BPD says they received a shot spotter activation in the area. When they arrived, they found a man with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information, call BPD at 327-7111. And a homicide investigation is underway after a man was found dead inside a home in East Bakersfield. It happened around 10 last night on McCurdy Drive near Niles Street. Police say they received a call about a man who had been shot in the chest. When officers arrived, they found the man dead inside a home. Homicide detectives took over the investigation. No word yet on a possible shooter. Now to our continuing coverage of coronavirus in Kern County, with health officials reporting another big spike in COVID-19 cases. Public Health announced 555 new coronavirus cases today, along with 1 death. At least 117 people have died since vaccines became available widely. Public Health says 98% of people hospitalized with COVID in Kern are unvaccinated. Currently, 331 people are in the hospital suffering with more acute symptoms of the virus. 68 are in the ICU.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
Well, new research shows that this flu season could be severe amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The University of Pittsburgh Graduate School of Public Health conducted 2 studies aimed at predicting hospitalizations during the 2021-2022 flu season using mathematical data. The researchers calculated that this flu season could result in as many as 600,000 hospitalizations. For comparison, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says about 200,000 people are hospitalized with flu each year. That's 400,000 more that they're predicting. While it's difficult to predict the future, experts say a combination of factors could make this winter particularly tough. Children are going back to school, and since the flu was minimal last year, people were not exposed to the virus, potentially undermining the protection they'd normally have. Regardless of what the future holds, health officials are urging people to get their flu shots now in an attempt to prevent further strain on hospitals already overwhelmed by COVID-19 and other viruses. Now to a much-awaited decision over boundary changes as a new high school is set to open in Bakersfield next year.
Motion carries 3-2. Plan 3 is adopted.
The Kern High School District Board of Trustees voted last night to adopt Plan 3 in redrawing the boundary lines for the Del Oro High School. The new school at East Panama Lane and Cottonwood Road is set to open in August of 2022. Trustees were presented with 3 maps showcasing potential boundary changes. Now, Plan 3 will send some students from Arvin High, Golden Valley, Miramonte, and South High to Del Oro. Students from several other schools will also be impacted. Now, you can find the new boundary changes on the district's website. That's khsd.org. Meantime, Bakersfield College's student-operated restaurant, the Renegade Room, is now open. The Renegade Room will be open for lunch each week from 11:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and will offer to-go orders for the fall semester. Beginning September 14th, the restaurant will be serving dinners on select Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. You are asked to make a reservation ahead of time to book your table. Looking ahead to this weekend, Saturday marks the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Multiple ceremonies are taking place in town to honor those who lost their lives. The Bakersfield Fire Department is hosting a public 9/11 memorial ceremony. There will be 2 ceremonies on Saturday. The first is set for 9:30 a.m., followed by an evening ceremony at 7 p.m. Both ceremonies will take place at BFD Firehouse 15 on Buena Vista Road. Everyone is invited to attend. Now, if you can't make it, BFD will also be live streaming those events. Now, if you do plan on attending, BFD has set up parking for the event. They will be offering complimentary shuttle service for those who are going to park at the Riverwalk on River Run Boulevard. And there will also be handicap parking as well that will be set up on Deer Peak Drive. So if you do want to attend either of those events, you can park there and a shuttle service will take you to the ceremony. Well, also this Saturday, SSD Alarm and Salty's Barbecue and Catering are teaming up to honor our local first responders with their 19th annual Hero Appreciation event. Now, they'll be serving up free barbecue lunches to members of the Kern County Sheriff's Office, the Bakersfield Police Department, California Highway Patrol, and county and city firefighters. That's happening Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at SSD Alarm on Fruitvale Avenue. And be sure to tune in to 17 News this Saturday as we take a look back on the tragic events of September 11, 2001 and how it impacted us here at home. The hour-long special broadcast is happening from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. right here on TV 17. More good news coming out of the French fire as containment continues to grow. Now, the French fire is now at 72% contained, up from 65% just yesterday. Full containment is projected for this Saturday. The French fire has burned more than 26,000 acres since it began on August 18th. More than 900 personnel remain at the scene. Investigators believe the fire to be human-caused. The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.